Hello, once again, everyone. We're going to look and see where Jesus Christ is speaking of God in the third person, and we're going to see if this really holds weight the way the Unitarians say that it does. Because why would Jesus be speaking about God in the third person using he instead of we or us? And so we're going to look at this argument today. Okay, let's Matthew 19, let's start at verse 3. The Pharisees came unto him, tempting him, and saying unto him, Is it lawful for a man to put away his wife for every cause? And he answered and said unto them, Have you not read that he, third person, he, which made them at the beginning, made them male and female? Okay. And he said, For this cause shall a man leave his father and mother, and shall cleave to his wife, and they that are twain, they shall, and they will not be no longer twain, but shall be one flesh. Okay. Wherefore they are no more twain, but one flesh. What therefore God hath joined together, let no man put asunder. So he's saying, Have you not read that he which made them? Okay, and he later goes on to say that this he is God, using it in the third person. Let's look at something else. Matthew chapter 20, verse 28. This is Jesus speaking. Even as the Son of Man came not to be ministered unto, but to minister, and to give his life a ransom for many. So he's speaking of the Son of Man and his. Does that mean that Jesus is not the Son of Man because he's speaking of himself in the third person? Well, the logic would require that if Jesus uses he for God, and therefore he can't be God because he's saying he instead of we or I, but that's logic would require a person to say that Jesus is talking about someone else being the Son of Man, because he's speaking of the Son of Man of being in the third person in Matthew 20, verse 28. Let's look at one more. Matthew chapter 8, verse 20. And Jesus said unto him, Foxes have holes, and the birds of the air have nests, but the Son of Man hath not where to lay his head. Okay? He's speaking of himself in the third person here as well. So it's not a great argument. A lot of Unitarians act like it's the smoking gun, because sometimes when Jesus refers to God, he refers him God as the third person. But oftentimes in the same accounts, in the same exact gospel, he refers to himself, his very self, in the third person. So it's not really this smoking gun argument that people try to make it out to be when you examine the evidence.